Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. It's been a little bit. Just wanted to tell you guys we're going to work on a 2016 Chevy Spark today. We're going to do front brakes on it. Okay, I'll tell you guys in advance, it needs rotors. I didn't buy rotors. Didn't know I needed rotors, so I just bought cheap pads, ordered rotors, and yeah, we'll get to it, guys. This is coming up too. Sexy little Evo. So as always, safety first. There isn't a real good place to jack these up, so if you don't have a lift, do each side separately. You're going to need a 19 mil for the hubcaps and lug nuts. As you can see, I got a bent wheel too. I actually bought a new set of wheels and tires for this thing. If you go to Advanced Auto Parts, here's your part number for your silver brake pads. So there's actually a really good place to jack your car up. The K-member is right there, and I just go on that on both sides. But go ahead and take your 19 mil and take these guys off. I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so here are the wheels off. Right here's your caliper. Here's your caliper bracket. And then your rotor. These rotors need to be changed. There's 78,000 miles on here, and we're going to do front pads, but I'll be doing rotors too here soon. I ordered them. I ordered them today when I picked up pads. So, but if you're doing your rotors, there's two 19 mils that hold the caliper and bracket on. So you have 19 mil there, and then you have one on the bottom also, but we're just doing the pads for now. So you have two 14 mils that hold the caliper onto the pin. So there's one here and one there. Then your other bracket bolt, or yeah, is right there. So I'm going to break these loose and pull it off. One thing that I like to do, as long as the caliper piston doesn't spin back in, is I like to put a screwdriver in here and pry up against the rotor a little bit to compress that brake paddle, to release it a little bit, I should say. Makes it easier to pull them off. As you can see, now it moves freely. You're gonna need disc brake tool set. That's mine, Mac Tools. I'm gonna go ahead and break those loose. I'll be right back. So I got those all the way out, and if you were able to compress it a little bit, you'll actually be able to just pull it right off. And as you can see, those pads are worn down pretty good. Both my slides are still moving freely. Want to make sure and grease those. They're stuck in there pretty good, which you can get in there. Pry them out a little bit if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and finish getting these out. If theirs are stuck, just stick it in there and just pry them right out. I'll be right back. So here are the new ones. Here's the old one. Big difference. Now, if your new pads came with a squealer, which is that guy, make sure and put him on the back. And these just kind of, I always push it in the bottom first. Yeah, this one's going to be easier to go in from the top, so you see how it fits in that little channel. Put it in there, and we'll go right in the back. So if you go from the bottom, put it in that little channel, get it into place. And these ones, there's a little guy right back there. It's kind of a little spring that you have to maneuver by, and it helps hold the pad. And that's all she wrote, guys. So the pads are in, and if you were able to compress this far enough, which I was not, as you can see, so we got a little bit more work to do. So I'm going to get out my tool and I'll be right back. So here's what this tool looks like. It just goes in there. There are pins on here. It's for the other style to twist in, but these ones don't twist in, they just push in. So just get it in there. Use your tool of choice. Doesn't take much effort. Typically they're not very difficult to push back in there. And once it's all the way in there, like so, you just loosen that tool up and pull it off and you're good. I'll be right back. Alright, so we are completely flush. So next up is we're going to grease these. Just see how dry those are. So we're going to go get some grease for both of these. I use Lucas red grease. It's a good grease. That's what I use. You can use whatever the hell you want. It doesn't matter to me. So I'm going to go grab that. I'll be right back. Okay. So all we're going to do is get a little shot of grease right in that little hole. I ran out of arms, so I'm going to use my feet. See that? We're just going to shove it right in there. And take your pin, like so. Make sure and clean that off as best as you can. Clean it off. Get some of that old grease off. I wiped mine off already. And then just stick it right in there. And I like to twist it. That way it doesn't get bunched up. Make sure it goes in and out nice and smooth. No issues. Do that with the next one, and then you'll be good to go. I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, I got that all done. Now, since you have that all the way in, it slides right on. So, bring it up top. Make sure and compress those guys. Get this lower one compressed. And like so. Now remember, these are 14 mils. Make sure and torque these down to the proper torque spec. I will get that done, and then I will post the torque spec in the description as well for you guys, because I don't know it off the top of my head. So I'm going to go ahead and snug these up, and then I'll torque them later. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I won't have you guys come along with that one, but I'll go ahead and I'll post that torque spec for you guys, so you guys have it. one thing to remember is to always think about safety first. Use jack stands. I have one under here for that reason. And then when you're done doing your brake pads like this, or rotors, or both, or caliper, anything, always pump your brakes before you go to drive, because you will not have brakes right away. You've compressed the pistons back into the caliper, so you're going to have to pump them back up, because they're not going to be pumped. They're not going to have any friction whatsoever. So if you go to take off, you are not going to stop right away. So always be careful of that. Be wise, be smart, and as always, have fun. Like, comment, ask questions. I will point out one thing, that if for some reason you get extra vibrations or squealing with your brakes after doing pads and rotors, or caliper and pads, rotors, something like that, you can put a little film of grease on the brake pads. It absorbs some of that vibration, and it prevents some of the squealing and squeaking of the brake pads. Don't put them on the friction surface, put them on the surface that touches the brake caliper. Again, like, subscribe, ask questions, and as always, have fun out there. Deuces, guys.